Okay, I requested a police report from October 7th, 2016. I requested that on August 19th, 2021. I was basically building my own investigation and my own case against some corrupt judges in Shasta County, some corrupt police officers, and corrupt district attorney's office that because I kept getting arrested for no reason, charged with crimes I never committed, and having my kids taken away. And I had I just got off probation, and I had about a week left of probation, okay? And they were going to violate me, and they were going to put me in prison. The probation officer that I had was talking to my ex-wife on the phone. And basically every time my ex-wife would abuse my kids, she would call my probation officer and she would complain about me. And so my probation officer was going to violate me, and she was going to put me in prison. After I'd spent 4 years on probation, 4 years on probation, doing good and doing everything this county asked me, the last month they were going to put me in prison. And the reason why was because I started to look into this case and the people that were involved in this case and investigating it for myself, because I was getting no help from local law enforcement. Okay, so I started getting police reports and medical records and other means to get evidence, to build evidence against this judge in Shasta County. And so that's why I requested this, okay? And I was on probation. It turned out I was only supposed to be on probation for 3 years, and I was on probation for an extra year. And luckily, I saved a voicemail from my ex-wife, and I saved a voicemail from my probation officer, and they were basically both talking about getting me put in prison. And my ex-wife was threatening me, saying that if I didn't do what she wanted, that she was going to put me in prison. She was going to call my probation officer. That's the reason why my probation got terminated by Judge Ryan. And that was in September. Then 1 month after this, my probation was terminated. And in those court proceedings, when my probation was terminated, they found out that I was on probation for an extra year. I was only supposed to be on probation for 3 years, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Okay? And I was on probation for an extra year in 2020. And they figured that out, and so they terminated my probation instead of violating me. Okay? Because they planned on violating me and putting me in prison. They had to terminate my probation because I was on probation for an extra year. And they terminated my probation an unsuccessful service. Like, basically that I completed probation unsuccessfully because of the lies and the report that my probation officer made. And so the next time that I would get in trouble, I would basically, I wouldn't be able to be on probation anymore, and I'd go straight to prison. And I swear to God, 1 month later, I had my two youngest kids taken away after my probation was terminated. And 6 months after the September, about 7 months after that, I was arrested again, thrown in jail again. So this is the evidence of collusion, and these county employees and police officers, corrupt police officers and corrupt judges and corrupt district attorney in Shasta County have been trying to incriminate me, have been trying to put me in prison, and have been taking my kids away for no reason, separated me and my kids again in 2022 because of this case, because I was investigating it for myself, and I made a decision to stand up against them. Okay, so this is the case number right here. Okay, this is the police report, all right? And this is basically proof of service that I paid for it myself, okay, and notes, and the date and how much I paid for it, okay? 25 cents to save my life, save my kids. This is the police report, okay? Same date, right? Issued. This would be the person and source of the police report. Closed incident system. And then this would be the person that pulled the incident report up. Okay? Agency, Reading Police Department. Incident, and then case number, incident report. Okay. Case number. All right. Now pay attention. Okay. It says court order violation description. All right. Received 10/7/16 at 6:30 p.m. Dispatched at 8 o'clock and arrived at 8:16. Okay. Disposition log report. Okay. Now pay attention to this. Okay. It says court order violation 10/7/16. Ex-husband at residence trying to take juveniles per RP, which is a person that called. She has sole physical custody. Also advised has restraining order. That would be temporary restraining order against male subject. Arrived in vehicle. Okay. Now that's a pretty brief description of everything that happened that day. This is the police officer, Officer Porter. She's a nice lady, and she helped me out that night. And these are the people that are involved. Okay. The reason why her mom was there as well. Her name's Karen Henry. And the reason why she's not listed is that she could be used as a witness. Kendra Snyder's dad had passed away years ago. So the reason why Karen's not listed on here is because she could be used as a witness in this case. Kendra Snyder's obviously going to lie about everything because she abducted my children, and she's aware of it. And Officer Porter was railroaded in this case, and I don't believe that she knows what happened. So let me be perfectly clear, okay? There was no court order violation. There was no court order at this time. This is October 7th, 2016. Okay? This is 6 days before there was even a restraining order against me. She didn't have sole custody. Okay? She didn't have sole physical or legal custody. She had no custody. She was actually up here from Sacramento County, and she left the house at October 4th. She should have been arrested this night. Officer Porter told me she was going to arrest her for kidnapping. And Kendra said that she would return back to Sacramento the next day with the kids. So that's the only reason why she didn't get arrested that night. Or Officer Porter was going to call for backup and have her arrested. Okay? This is collusion right here. All right? This is somebody that has access, and that's not me, has access to Reading Police Department police reports and records, have been changing records and changing the narrative of what happened that night, have been obviously lying about this entire case. Okay, this is used by the district attorney's office to incriminate me. This would be records, and if federal law enforcement came to Shasta County or the state attorney general's office came to Shasta County, they would see this. Okay, and the fact that you would have to be, basically you would have to be aware of everything in this case. You'd have to be aware of court dates, and you'd have to be aware that at this moment she does not have a court order. There's no restraining order or court order issued or granted in either county. Okay, this date is very specific because Kendra Snyder gave me this incident report. All right. Years ago. This is an incident report, and it's a stalking incident log that One Safe Place gave her. And this is not her handwriting. They basically filled this out for her. And this says, October 7th, perp came to my parents' house, tried to abduct our son. Then address, and then case number, and then Officer Porter. This is evidence that people at One Safe Place, they filled this out for her. And they turned this into to Reading Police Department. They were using this to incriminate me and to try to put me in prison. Okay? And this was not what happened. Okay? Basically, Officer Porter showed up and she was going to arrest Kendra for abduction and kidnapping. That's the truth, And the fact that I'm telling the truth and the fact that these people are lying, this is evidence right here. The district attorney's aware of this. The judges in this case are aware of this. I mean, it's impossible for Judge Ryan and Judge Gibson and Stephanie Bridget, the district attorney, to be unaware that this was changed with the Reading Police Department, because this is exactly the narrative that Judge Gibson has been saying this entire time. Okay, so the people that are involved in kidnapping my kids changed these records, and this date is important because it's on this incident report. Okay, and this is the evidence that I have that I was asking to be investigated by the district attorney's office, and she won't return my calls. And that's what's going on right now. As I got arrested again for no reason. They lied about me again and said I hurt my kids, and I didn't. Never hurt my kids. I never hurt my kids, ever. And they won't let anybody else talk to my kids, and they won't let anybody else know where my kids are at right now. My oldest son is missing. He's gone, and they won't let anybody know where he's at. And that's the district attorney's office and Family Dynamics Therapy, Children's Legacy Center. That's a social worker, Alicia Endicott. These people are all working together, and you can tell right here when when somebody from Reading Police Department or Reading Police Chief changes police reports and incident report and lies about the incident, and then not only that, screws it up so bad that it's obvious to everybody else that there's no court order right now. So why would there be a court order violation, right? These officers need to be investigated. They need to be interviewed. They need to be arrested and interviewed. This person that brought up this incident report, they need to be arrested and interviewed. The police chief needs to be arrested and interviewed. Judge Gibson needs to be arrested and interviewed. Stephanie Bridget needs to be arrested and interviewed. This is not a joke. It's not a game. There's no way I can fake this. Okay? And the reason why this is confidential information is to protect my civil rights and my rights. And my civil rights have been violated by these criminals. And my kids have been abducted and taken away again. They use forged documents and signatures to abduct my children. That's insane. And it's totally unlawful and against the law. Thank you.